I won't even listen to the rest of it because it's so painfully non-interesting. It's the worst. That's the worst song out of all 4 of them. That is the worst. That's the worst. It's not good. The intro was good because it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but that's not a good song. That's actually like, it's so, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything for me. The other 3 are so good. It's so basic. It doesn't scream Austrian Death Machine. There needs to be more Arnold. Like, the other 3 songs are fucking awesome. Super good, but that one was just very average. Yeah, that ain't it. It didn't do anything for me. It didn't go anywhere. I hope the other songs on the album are good, because that one, that's just, I guess it's the intro, right? It's like, oh my god, it's Judgment Day, and here's a bunch of robots shitting on the earth. Everything else on that album, though, is like ace. Really good. So far, at least. That is not a replay button. Like, the intro was the best part. That's about it. Yeah. Like, No Pain, No Gain, Don't Be Lazy, Destroy the Machines. All 3 of those are the bangers. So good. Super good.
Everyone pays.
Fly Me to the Moon, far superior song, TBH.
I would agree, yeah. I mean, most people would agree, no? Thank you, buddy. These runes suck, man. They don't... No. These runes are so garbage. This is trash. Give me a second. There's so many bands coming out with music right now. Like, did Orden Ogan drop the single? Orden Ogan didn't even drop the single. Dread Crew? Didn't drop the single. Well, you have to link it. You'd have to link it in the Discord. Yo, buddy. We're good? We're chilling. We're going to be streaming League for about 4 hours. And then we're going to be doing a Warhammer stream. It won't be the longest Warhammer stream. It's more of, like, plans for the channel. Things that I want to achieve. Potential content and giveaways. Stuff like that. It'll be at 6 p.m. There's gonna be some cool shit. I went on that channel for the first time in like half a year, and I have 20 subs. 20 people stay subscribed to me on that channel. I haven't streamed on it in half a year. Like, okay, guys. Is that a scam? Tobias Fate Plus. I mean, that song was obviously better than Judgment Day. I mean, no one's gonna say otherwise. Fuck, man, I was kind of hyped for that song, and then it was a complete miss. Ay, ay, ay. It doesn't really kill my mood, but, like... Alright, that's fine. Definitely didn't do anything for me, though.
to work.
Out of 10, how good would GP be at ping pong?
If he cared, he'd be like 10. Chugaloo, thank you. Gangplank's the type of guy to be like, if he's really invested in something, it's a 10. If he's not, he just doesn't give a shit. He's like, what an absolute waste of my fucking time. I'm dead. Yeah, these runes are no bueno, bro. I think when I was looking at champ select, I saw a melee champ, and I'm like, okay, let me take everything to fight a melee champ, and then it's way, and I'm not paying attention, so it's like the worst possible thing. Okay. Okay. Okay.
A sight for scurvied eyes.
Would 100 be sufficient for you to play Batman Arkham Asylum and City?
Play it as it... Well, you make me buy the game, and then you make me play the game. Can I, like, play the tutorial and then never play it again? Is that a thing? Like, I'm not gonna play the game, bro. Even if I was given money to play the game, I wouldn't play the game. No, no way. $100 to play a game that I probably won't play past, like, one day? That's not my thing, dude. I don't play other games. I literally don't play other video games. Like, the only game I have running on Steam is Stream Alerts. Or not Stream Alerts, Stream Avatars. You know those little fucking blobfish that jump around? That's a Steam game. It's a Steam add-on to Twitch, but it's counted as a video game. So that's soon to be my most played. And I don't even play the game. I don't fuck with other games, bro. I don't believe they're worth the money.
Everyone pays.
Or time.
Hearts Teal.
Yeah, sure thing, bro. Hang on. I think we did finish... Well, you know what? We got hard stuck on Fire Team. We actually got heart stuck. We got hard stuck on Fire Team's final mission. I don't know how you beat it, bro. Like, unless you have to... I think you just have to min-max. Because I have no idea. It's so fucked. It's incredibly hard to play. I know Subnautica. Bro, the attack speed is so ass. Subnautica, isn't that just like... Well, you know what I will play, probably, when it does come out? I think it's like, what, next month? I'm gonna play the new Battlefront. I say new, but they're remastering Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 with 64-player multiplayer. And it's gonna be released on, like, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Switch. Like, that's pretty good for me, bro.
You've concerns,
I'm interested in that.
How do you get hard stuck in an Aliens game, bro? You have many guns, just shoot the bugs until they gingerly. You can't be that bad.
You know, what I always thought would be a cool game is where everything is realistic, and if you get hit once, you're dead, but if you shoot them in the head, they're dead. And it's incredibly hard, but very rewarding. Because the thing about Fireteam and a lot of these other games is that everyone has an HP bar. You could shoot an alien in the head with a pulse rifle 10 times. In lore, they'd be dead instantly. In the game, it's like, oh, you took out a quarter of their health. Wouldn't you want an immersive, realistic, multiplayer, alien-based, or anything sci-fi-based game? Like Siege, Tarkov, I mean, sure, but, like, I want, like, give me, like, the Metro style. Give me aliens. Give me creatures. Give me abominations. You know what I mean? Like, Aliens is sick. Fireteam is sick. But it's always with an HP bar. You know, because if you were in that universe, in the Aliens universe, and an alien jumped on you, you're dead. You're done. Like, you're not going to survive. Of course, if you blast it with a pulse rifle, it will blow up. But I'm talking about a very immersive, first-person, almost feels like an in-universe type of game, you know? A very, like, realistic, boots-on-the-ground, gritty, believable type of gameplay. Not third-person or top-down, any of that. Helldivers. I've seen the game. I'm not gonna... Maybe, but probably not. But maybe. Yeah, maybe, but probably not.
You've work to do. Get on it.
Axeman, thank you.
Everyone pays.
What happened to playing that Aliens RTS game? You still haven't beaten it.
Aliens RTS? Oh, you're right. You know why I didn't go back to it? I thought the game was sick, but the reason I never went back to play it is because I just watched the entire game on YouTube, which is like a curse, but a blessing. Because I think the number one thing is that, like, as much as you want to play a game, sometimes you don't have the willpower to load it up. And that's kind of what happened to me. So I ended up just watching all the cinematics, and I know what happens at the end. Which spoils the game, right? Like, I've already seen Isolation as well. Nah, I'm not going to host the tournament. Oh. Games just don't intrigue me. I'm very interested in specific things, and that's about it. Like, you won't be able to get me into things that I'm genuinely not interested in, even if you're like, oh, just give it a try. I'm just not going to care. It's not that I don't respect your opinion. It's just like, it takes me a while to be interested in something, to want to buy it, to get into it. You know what I mean? Like, the interesting thing is that, like, I'm not even into, like, Space Marines, but I want to play Warhammer Space Marine. I played the first game. I love Warhammer. Space Marine 2 looks fucking insane. Like, I'll go back and play the Battlefront games. It's... I don't know. I'm just very specific. Like, I would be interested in Helldivers. I am interested in the game, but purchasing it and wanting to play it, it's kind of a different thing. Like, it doesn't... The concept of Helldivers is great. It's just I have no desire to play the game. You know what I mean? You see it, you're like, oh, that's really cool. It's inspired by Starship Troopers, all this, all that. But I don't want to buy it, and I don't want to spend time playing it. Because I've already seen the gameplay, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's kind of my take on games, typically.
This'll do for now.
I'm pretty sure your whole squad died in that Aliens game, since you don't see them enter the escape ship yet you see them hold off the aliens in that finale part where the main characters has do something by herself, which kinda sucks tbh.
I don't know. I mean, everyone you have in that game is a bunch of nobodies, right? The game was fine. I think Dark Descent was a sick game. I thought it was cool. Well, I had like 2 squads and that was about it. What I would like to see is more games based on League. Fuck, I would say more games based on Warhammer, but like, there's a company bringing out a power washing simulator game based on Warhammer 40k, and you're a tech priest washing vehicles. Like, you're washing them and blessing them. Like, it's a funny, gimmicky concept, but it's DLC for the game. Yeah, it's a game that was already made, right? And then they just gave it a DLC. Yeah, yeah. But, like... Okay. It's cool, it's funny, I get it, but... If they do this, I actually kill them. Everyone is so hype, and everyone's gushing over the new Elden Ring DLC, and I had been there on YouTube when they announced the trailer, when the trailer went live. I think there was like 600,000 to 800,000 people watching it, and I was watching this like, man, I'm not really hyped. This doesn't, it doesn't do anything for me. But then again, I'm probably just not into the game or the universe. Like, it looked cool visually, and the designs are cool, but I wasn't too interested, I should say. Everything is subjective. I've played Elden Ring, yeah. I've played Dark Souls. Bro, I just want that new Battlefront. That shit is good. Well, it's not new Battlefront, sorry. It's the old Battlefront, but they're remastering it. It's out next month.
Serve or die. I don't care if the others like you.
Well, characters, Ungrief, thank you. Characters are typically a good thing to look forward to in games, you know? If the characters aren't interesting, the only thing you have left is the gameplay, and the gameplay is so surface level that, like, you don't really get to invest yourself in the game outside of the gameplay, but the gameplay won't keep you around forever. For me, I want more substance in gaming. Gaming needs to be more of a universe and an experience and something that's ever progressing, like, with its characters, its setting. Surface level games don't really do it for me. And I know games, like, realistically should always be about gameplay, but even if the gameplay is fun, again, like, if you don't have good characters or the voice acting or the music or the theme and the personality of the game isn't there, if it doesn't feel like something more, then I just don't care. I'm blind. Oh god, I'm dead, bro. I never fucked with Elder Scrolls. When Fallout and Skyrim and Elder Scrolls and all those games were out, I think I was just playing WoW at the time, so I never got into it. It just wasn't my thing. Too many things to bounce around. And I'm just not like... I don't know, I care more for the story and the characters and the substance of a game than usually the gameplay, you know what I mean? It's like, look at Warhammer. Look at fantasy. Look at all these universes that were created that are games. But who's going to sit there and kind of play something 24/7 and not think about the lore or think about the characters and the stories and stuff like that as kind of a driving force with it, you know? Like, same thing with League. Like, League, the thing about League is that a lot of people don't appreciate its lore and appreciate its characters, I should say. Because League is a big game, but it's a big game because it's accessible, it's friend-friendly, and... I mean, there are cool characters, but, like, how many people actually care about the characters, you know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at with the game, right? Pretty good. It's like, again, I want more substance to what I do. I don't like surface level. Which I've said hundreds of times already, but, you know. Oops. Okay, winnable. I go from griefing to shitting on everyone in one team fight and make $1 billion. It's winnable. Their Drake doesn't even keep them alive, it just does damage and slows. Like, no, we're good, bro. We're good, bro. I mean, I don't know, that just seems boring. It's like... You get invested in something and you play something all day, but you don't want to know everything about it. You just find the gameplay fun. Especially when it's... There's more to it than just gameplay, you know what I mean? It's like... You don't have to love the lore, but if you play a game 24/7, you should probably know something about it, right? At least give it a bit of a look, right? This team is Bro, I just... Alright, whatever, it's fine. I just had, like, everyone engage me, and we didn't do anything. Okay. Like, bro, some of the most fun shit I've had in League recently was when a guy played ADCTF and I played Grave Support. Like, that was just fun to me, dude. Win or lose, it's shit like that that makes it so exciting. No, I haven't. I don't really read. I don't know authors. Like, I read wikis, but reading books is kind of, like, off and on. I'm more into audiobooks. Well, a Runeterran-themed Total War would be interesting, but... You need to understand that, like, who is it for? Like, Runeterra isn't as classic as Warhammer is. It's not as developed. There aren't 50 armies going at it. You know what I mean? So there could be a big distinction, but like the Shadow Isles wouldn't be a thing because the Shadow Isles aren't an army. Like Noxus, Demacia, like Bilgewater would just be mercenaries and all this other shit, kind of like a Dogs of War army, right? Like Mordekaiser could be a thing. Sure, Mordekaiser is a general. But like, again, who is it for? Right? You take a look at the Riot Forge games, all of them failed. Except the first game, which is the Ruin King. So it doesn't really... Like, you'd have to develop so much. Well, the thing with the Shadow Isles, though, is that it's not... Whatever the harrowing is, like, are they even a driven force? Who is in charge of the Shadow Isles? Who runs the whole show? Certainly not Karthus. Is it Hecarim? I don't think so. Is it Vigo? Is it Thresh? Who is in charge of the Shadow Isles? If the Shadow Isles was to amass an army and try to take over the world, who would be leading it? Vigo? Isn't Vigo, like, not Yorick. Yorick wants to take down the Shadow Isles. I think it would be Vigo, no? Well, Hecarim was the general way back when. Is it Thresh now? I don't know. I kind of don't know the lore of the Shadow Isles because I don't really... Okay. Three Shadow Isle sub-factions. But within the sub-factions, you need, like, different followers and all this shit. I don't know. I think it could be cool. But, like, let me ask you this. Would you rather have League of Legends Total War or Warhammer 40k Total War? More people would be invested in Total War 40k. Even I would be more invested in 40k Total War than... Runeterra Total War. You know what I mean? Like, they would never make that over 40k. It would never be a thing. You know what could be cool? Star Wars Total War? Kind of like a throwback to those older RTSs. Imagine doing, like, the Battle of Geonosis Total War. Like, holy shit. That could be pretty cool. I don't know if I'd be entirely invested in it, but, like, you can have heroes, lords. Like, there's quite a bit of different forces going at it, you know? Could be a thing. The thing about Lord of the Rings Total War is, why would you ever want that over Fantasy Total War? Right? Because, like, Warhammer Fantasy, in my opinion, is better than Lord of the Rings, despite it being a rip of Lord of the Rings. But at the same time, it would almost feel way too similar to that, right? Like, Battle for Middle-earth would be sick. A new one? Absolutely, yeah. Alright, good try, GG. It could, like, Warhammer Fantasy is a rip of Total War, or Warhammer Fantasy is like a rip of Lord of the Rings. Yeah, of course it is. Everyone owes something to Tolkien's world. Everyone who's done fantasy, like classic fantasy, trolls, goblins, orcs, elves, dwarves, you owe it to Tolkien, right? Because he kind of laid the foundation of everything that would be fantasy as we know it today. And then everyone took that and they kind of ripped it in their own way, and they kind of, you know, spliced it around a bit. Yeah. Everything you owe to Tolkien at the end of the day. Magic damage. And that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I still prefer Warhammer Fantasy to Lord of the Rings, personally. But, you know. Anyways, we gotta watch a cinematic because we had a $10 donation.